The president of the courtroom is representing himself. Attorney Zerka here on behalf of the plaintiff. And the matter is before the court on objection to the proposed order. And Attorney Zerka, did you have a chance to review or speak with what Mr. Renfro with respect to what was objected to?
Judge, I don't. Unfortunately for him, I just know that procedurally he's done this the right way. If he's objecting to an order that's been entered, then he would file a motion for reconsideration to object to something that the court already ordered in its written order. I mean, it looks like he's trying to get out of now this class that he swore he was going to take and swore to you that he's going to make sure it happens. And
It was the second element of the class. There was an in-person class and then a 4-hour online class. Is that true?
well, I'm not 100% sure of what he's objecting to, but the court ordered him to do 2 classes.
Understood. Mr. Renfro, stand at this podium, please. And sir, raise your right hand if you would. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the truth?
Yes.
You may put your hand up. Tell me your full name.
Christopher Allen Renfro,
Mr. Renfro, tell me your home address.
2266 East Williamson Street, Bergen, Michigan.
The zip code at that home is 48529.
Yes.
Is that where you live as well as where you receive your mail?
Yes.
And Mr. Renfro, I typically with a pro per litigant, I do try to be as lenient as I can. I don't want to overly complicate this. I know your case well. I know you. I know your friend when you come here. I know what this is all. I know what case this is about. The question that you had is whether you had to do both the class you were in and an online class that Ms. Shaheen had done. Is that true?
Yes, that's part of it. There's a few parts to this. We spoke about, I started doing these classes. I get my son back, and I feel like either somebody was misheard or, I hate to say it, trickery. I don't know what's going on, but I wasn't consenting to the classes, and I feel like I was made to do it. The case is done. The allegations that it was substantiated to be untrue, which I get my 50/50 back, but that hasn't been the case here. And now my constitutional rights been violated, or the Constitution's been violated since the beginning. And I don't know, I want my life back.
The first class that you were in, you said was a multiple week class. What was that?
It's connections. The class is connections. It's a co-parenting parenting class. They have
What week are you in that class?
Tomorrow would be the 3rd week.
Of how many?
There's 6.
And that's called the co-parenting class?
Yes.
Is that an online program or do you go into the class?
I went in. I also took the 4-hour class thinking that was a good start to initiate my 50/50 back. I thought that was the game plan. Trying to find out it's not. My son's still being withheld, and I want.
Do you anticipate completing the in-person class in 3 weeks?
I mean, if I have to, I'll complete it.
Do you go once a week?
Yes.
And what time of the day is it at?
And it's at 2 o'clock. That's another problem. I'm supposed to get my son at 3:30, so it's
What day of the week is the class?
Tuesday.
Is that one of the days you have your child?
It's affecting my visitation.
And Mr. Renfro, the orders that I've entered are with respect to, and I don't mind clarifying this for you. My objective is when you complete that week, the class, the 6-week class, the objective was to return you to your parenting time, that 50/50 time that you had. It was a completion of both classes, just to clarify. The 4-hour program online, did you do that?
I did, only because I thought I was going to initiate my 50/50.
Did you get some sort of a completion certificate?
I emailed it to Al Zerka.
In the connections class, you're on track to finish that in 3 weeks, is that true?
Yes.
And Mr. Renfro, just to bring this to a close, what I'm gonna do is something additional today, is I'm not gonna set a follow-up date. What I'm going to direct Attorney Zerka to draft is that upon your completion of this 3 more weeks of your class, Upon completion, your parenting time is reinstated to 50/50. I don't need to keep seeing you, but I do need you to complete that class. Do you understand that?
I'll complete the class if I can get my 50/50 back today.
Right. And Mr. Renfro, my concern becomes this, that the orders entered, and this is where we might get into the kind of technicalities of motion for reconsideration versus what I previously ordered. I ordered the 4-hour class and the classic connections that
You
you
ordered the connections, I did the 4-hour class on top, thinking that would give me my 50/50.
But the order with respect to connections is still in place. Literally complete 3 other classes and you don't even need to see me again.
And another reason I was in here also is, I had partial evidence of, drug abuse at the home. And I would like, in order for, I would like to take the family to get tested. Kelly Sheen, and I'll do it also, so there's no bias.
Attorney, so what is your position with respect to drug screening?
Judge, this issue is not before the court today. He didn't raise it, it's not raised, I don't allow to respond, my client's on Zoom. And I would just request that he file a motion if you feel necessary.
And Mr. Renfro, procedurally, that's what you should be doing. You said that you're willing to take a drug test,
Yes.
and you believe that you have some information that Ms. Shaheen may need to be drug screened.
Yes.
What information do you have
May I ask a couple questions, Ms. Sheen first?
of me?
No, Ms. Sheen.
This isn't a full hearing, so I'm not yet gonna allow some cross-examination. Today's not a trial date. What do you believe is happening that they should be
There was a
using?
prescription bottle, it was less than a year ago, it wasn't, super recently, but, when me and Kelly were trying to work things through, there was a pill bottle found in her car that was not hers. And it was in the driver's door, it was empty, it was like it. Also, I was suspicious when I met her to go get the costume, for my son. Around Halloween, she had a pretty bad sore on her face, and she told me it was from stress.
You believe she's abusing narcotic pain medication? That's what you're alleging?
More than that. Today, we're battling a lot of, fake, pills. It's all over the news, they're taking Adderall, methamphetamine, they're taking Vicodin with fentanyl. And it's been a 20-year thing, I think. I lived 15 years with her, it was a battle. The whole way through.
And Attorney Zerker, you're asking that you obviously have time to respond, discuss with your client, this issue. In order to allow that, I'm going to set one more date. My hope is that Mr. Renfro will be done with his class. You can confer with your client about this allegation of substance abuse. Mr. Renfro, I'm not gonna make you file a different motion, but I am gonna allow Attorney Zerker time to respond to that. Unfortunately, I have to bring you back at least one more time. But just so you understand the prior order, completion of the connections class, I'm gonna set a date just beyond that so that I can see that you got that done to return to the 50/50 time, and then Attorney Zerker can discuss allegations of substance abuse.
I mean, there's neglect, it's pure
Judge,
neglect.
you did set a date already.
Is there already a control date?
Already reviewed it.
Alright, so we'll leave that control date, and Mr. Renfro, the attorney will have a chance to respond at the next hearing date about your allegations of substance misuse, whether it's a Vicodin or something of that nature. I will consider that in the next hearing, understood?
Yes.
Alright, thank you, and that will be all today. Complete the class, bring proof of that completion, and appear for that next hearing date, understood?
Yes.
Alright, thank you, and that will be all today.
Thank you.